Namaste and hello everyone. Welcome to Chastity 108. If you are trying to harness your sexual energy towards higher purpose of life, then you should know about the reality of consciousness. After knowing about consciousness, you must go for consciousness meditation, which will give you not only an intellectual, spiritual capacity to rise above all types of mundane pleasures, but also it will allow you to achieve the eternal bliss of life. Please keep in mind, once you possess such knowledge and experience of consciousness, each and every material attachments become meaningless. To understand what consciousness is, here we want to tell you the near-death experience of Anita Moorjani. After her story, we will learn a consciousness meditation. She was suffering from critical cancer for 4 years, and when doctor said he had only few hours to live, there was only 1% chance that she could live. She went to coma for several minutes, but the most interesting is that she felt the most blissful state of life. During the time when her relatives were in panic and distress, she was even aware of all the happenings around her. She can even listen to, see and feel each and everything around her, even if she was in deep coma state and her eyes was closed. Let's listen to her few lines.
My body was not absorbing any nutrition. I weighed 85 pounds. I looked like a skeleton. My lungs were filled with fluid. The tumors now in my body were all over my lymphatic system. They were the size of golf balls. And by February the 1st, 2006, I went into a coma. And I was in so much pain and so much discomfort. And then on February the 2nd, in the morning, I didn't wake up. So it was at that point that the doctors told my family that these were my final hours and that my organs were now shutting down and I was going through the dying process. But what everybody around me didn't know was that I had left my body and I felt amazing. I could see and feel and hear everything that was happening all around me, but I felt light and free, and all the pain was gone and all the fear was gone. Something that I call unconditional love, I'd never felt anything like that in my physical life before. And I was aware of my body lying there in that hospital bed. But my body looked so small and helpless and lifeless compared to how I was feeling now. And I wanted my family to know that I'm fine. In fact, I'm better than fine. I feel fantastic. But there was no way for me to communicate with them. I was able to see and hear everything the doctors were doing, like they were taking fluid out of my lungs, and it was very different from having physical eyes. It was more like I had 360-degree peripheral vision. I could be aware of things that were happening behind, on the sides, above, below, everywhere, and beyond the walls. I was seeing and hearing conversations take place beyond the hospital room. And my husband was talking to the doctor outside, about 40 feet away, outside the room that I was in, and I was able to see and hear everything. I could even see and be aware that my brother, who was living in a different country, he was living in India at the time, I was able to see that he was rushing to get on a plane to come and reach me because he wanted to get to me before I died. I remember even feeling, gosh, I better not die until he gets here. To me, it felt very, very real. In fact, it felt more real than this physical reality. It was as if my awareness was expanding more and more, like going through different levels, because after a while, I started to leave this physical level. And when we leave our physical body, we leave behind everything that's associated with our body, our biology, our voice, our race, our religion. all of that gets left behind. And what crosses over is just pure essence, pure spirit, or pure love. We can call it whatever we want. And so I started to encounter the essence or the spirit of other people who were familiar to me, like my dad, who had died 10 years ago. I felt his presence around me. And even though he wasn't in his physical body, I recognized him immediately. It was literally like his energy and my energy just merged. And I was like, oh, Dad, it's you. I just knew. And we're not even talking to each other. We don't need to explain who we are. We know what each other is feeling right away without words. I then felt that I was surrounded by other beings, and I didn't recognize them all from this life. But I did feel that I was just unconditionally loved by them, and that they were there to protect me and help me. And I started to understand that I've always been protected, but not just me, we all are, but we don't realize it. We don't know this. And then a lot happened on that side, but I reached a point where I felt that I had a choice as to whether to come back into my body or to stay on the other side. No part of me wanted to come back because my body was sick and dying. I was suffering here. My family were suffering, taking care of me. But it was like I entered this state of clarity where I then understood why I had been sick. I understood how it was that so many of the thoughts and the decisions and the choices I had made in my life had led me to that point where I was lying there on that hospital bed. And I realized that I had lived this life of fear instead of a life of passion and joy and love. I had never allowed my soul, my spirit, to express itself and be all that it had come here to be, and that I was more powerful than I had ever known or believed. So in this state of clarity, I received the message that now that you know the truth of who you really are, go back. If you choose to go back into your body will heal. And it was at this point that I felt my dad was telling me, you need to go back. It's not your time yet. And so it was at that point that I made the choice to come back. I started to understand that I had a bigger purpose to fulfill, something much bigger. And I didn't know what it was. I had no idea what it was, but it was like I had the understanding that all I have to do is be myself and live my life fearlessly, and my purpose would unfold before me. And it was at that point that I started to come out of the coma. My family and everybody around me were really shocked, but they were so happy that my eyes were opening up. It was like I had one foot on each side. I kept saying to them, Dad is here. Dad's telling me that it's not my time. I'm going to be fine. And I was just saying this over and over, and they were wondering what's going on. The doctor basically told my family, don't raise your hopes because she's still critical. Sometimes it happens. And then the doctor said, these are the drugs just messing with her mind. She's hallucinating. But then I said to the doctor, aren't you the doctor that took the fluid out of my lungs at about 4 a.m. this morning? And that's when he said, but you were in a coma. You couldn't know that. So he got really shocked and started to wonder what's going on. I said to my husband, isn't he the doctor that said, I'm not even going to make it through the night? And my husband said, you couldn't possibly have heard that. He said that to me outside of the room, down the hallway near the nurses' station. And then what started to happen is over the next few days, the tumors just continued to shrink and the doctors just could not understand it. I had to start getting a little bit stronger and start getting out of bed. And within 3.5 weeks, they could find no trace of the cancer anymore. And within 5 weeks, they let me go home to live my life cancer-free. And that was 14.5 years ago. So the medical people's opinions was very, very mixed. One thing that they all agreed on is that I am lucky to be alive. They all agreed that I should have died. Another one of my doctors says that all the things that I experienced, what I say happened on the other side, seeing my dad and everything, he says that was my brain hallucinating. And he says that was the drugs messing with my mind. But that's the other part that the doctors and the medical people could not explain, is how was I able to see my brother? How did I know he was on a plane flying to see me? And how did I hear the doctors? But my doctor who was treating me actually said that you're not the first person to tell me such a story. And he said he has heard other patients who have experienced crossing over on the other side.
Now we will practice consciousness meditation. Please relax your body. Sit calmly in any comfortable posture. Relax your body. Relax your mind. Be comfortable. Close your eyes. Please close your eyes. Open your mind. Open your mind. Close your eyes. Relax your head. Relax your head. Relax your eyes. Relax your eyes. Relax your ears. Relax your ears. Relax your nose. Relax your nose. Relax your mouth and tongue. Relax your mouth and tongue. Relax your entire face. Relax your entire face. Just relax your entire face. Relax your shoulder. Relax your both hands. Relax your both hands. Relax your fingers. Relax your fingers. Relax your chest. Please relax your chest. Relax your legs and thighs. Please relax your legs and thighs. Relax your toes. Relax your toes. Relax your back. Please relax your back. Just relax your entire body. Relax your entire body. Just relax your entire body. Now your heart is beating smoothly. Now your pulse rate is smooth and normal. Your blood is flowing very smoothly and reaching each and every part of your body, reaching each and every part and cells of your body. Your immunity power is increasing. Yes, your immunity power is increasing. Every cells of your body is getting healed. Every cell's activity is now normal and healthy. Your brain is functioning efficiently. Yes, believe that your brain is functioning efficiently. Just believe this. Allow your brain to be smooth and efficient. Allow your brain to be smooth and efficient. Now your mind is getting relaxed. Your mind, ego, and thoughts all getting dissolved in consciousness. Your mind, ego, thoughts all getting dissolved in consciousness. This is your consciousness who runs your body. Yes, believe that this is your consciousness who runs your body, your life, and everything. Your consciousness runs your body, your life, and everything. Feel the consciousness. Just try to feel the consciousness. This is your consciousness. This is your consciousness. Try to be established in the experience of consciousness. Deep dive, deep dive. Feel your consciousness. Feel the bliss of consciousness. Feel the divine experience of consciousness for a while. Feel the divine experience of consciousness for a while.